Welcome back, bienvenidos from my home to yours. Welcome to Hey Fit Mom. Today's workout is all about the glutes, the buns, the booty. Why are you wondering? Because think about how much you sit, whether you're working, traveling, sewing, crocheting, reading on your phone. We sit a lot, and working your glutes is gonna help one, the aesthetic appearance, but also support your low back and your joints. And it's a simple routine that you can do anywhere. So for today's workout, make sure you have your mat available. We will be on the floor. Low tempo, we're not doing any jumping. Weights are optional. So if you want to grab a set of weights, go ahead and do so. And also remember, guys, that these workouts can be done anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes, depending on where you want to stop. And we'll be doing it together. So I'll be cueing you, coaching you, giving you some modification tips, and of course, some motivation and encouragement. Friendly reminder that this month is our giveaway. We're giving away lemon, peppermint, and lavender essential oils. So to enter the giveaway, make sure you're already subscribed to our Hey Fit Mom YouTube channel, and make sure to like this video, comment on what you liked about the routine, share it with a friend or family member, and we can enter you in it. All right, guys, without further ado, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for these wonderful bodies you've given us. Thank you for this time and opportunity to strengthen and work on our health. We welcome your presence, and we ask that you keep me safe and keep those doing the workout safe as well. Help us to have fun and enjoy the process of learning and taking care of ourselves. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. All right, guys, your workout's going to begin in just a moment. Okay, we're gonna start with a nice dynamic warm up. We're gonna open up the hips and wake up the legs. Go ahead and start marching. Get acquainted with your space here. Make sure there's nothing that's gonna hinder you or trip you up or anything like that. And we're gonna do some hip openers, starting with the right leg. You're gonna open up that hip, going out to the side, getting some range of motion in that hip joint socket. Warming it up, and let's go the opposite way. Bring it in. I know that feels a little weird, but our hips externally and internally rotate. One more, and we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So hip openers, open it up, get that knee up nice and high. Big small circles, or big fluid circles I should say. Good job. Opposite way, switch it up, bring it in and around. Bring it in and around. Good job. Let's do one more. And relax. From here, place your hands on your hips. My feet are about shoulder width apart, toes straight, knees soft. You're gonna bend from your waist, stretch out the hamstrings, and come on up. Modified good mornings here. Again, stretching out the hamstrings, and then bring the hips forward. Back stays flat, hips going back, and bring it all the way up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Stretch out the hamstrings, getting the glutes prepared, your hips prepared, a little core here, and bring it back. From here, you're gonna place your hands behind your head. Your feet are gonna stay parallel, and we're gently gonna turn to the right and to the left. Breathing in your nose, tightening the abs, waking up the smaller, deeper muscles in your trunk, in your torso, in your spine, in your abs. Good job. Challenging your balance a little bit. From here, you're gonna have one foot in front of the other, and we're just gonna turn again. Getting a mild, gentle stretch in that hip flexor. Go ahead and switch your stance, toes straight. Again, challenging our balance, our core, gently warming up. One more each side, and relax. Let's wake up the latch just a little bit, since we are gonna be on the floor. Side bend to the left, relax that head, and bring that arm down. One more time. Open up the side, your lats, the intercostals. Good job. Switch arms. Side bend. Good job. Getting the shoulder engaged a little bit. Again, we're going to be on our forearms, our hands. You can modify by touching your chair if you need to, or using your chair, I should say, or your sofa. Okay, the first exercise, I'm going to show it to you first. We're going to be on the mat, donkey kick. So you're going to be on your forearms. And we're going to start with the right leg. We're coming up and lowering down. Another variation of this move is you can be on your hands and do the same exact motion. This is less range. This is gonna be a little bit more challenging, more range going against gravity. So you pick the position that works for you. We're doing each exercise for about 30 to 60 seconds. Take your time, don't rush. There is plenty of time for each move. All right, guys, and we're gonna start. Just a moment in 3, 2, 1. Blast off, here we go. Donkey kick. And of course, if you wanted to use weight, you definitely could. You can place that dumbbell behind your knee if you want to add a little bit more resistance. Breathing out as you lift that leg up, breathing in as you lower. So there is some opposition as that knee or hip is going up, or as you're extending the hip and lifting the knee, you're breathing out and tightening the abs. You don't want to arch. We're going to add a cadence. So as you come up, it's a pulse. 1, 2, 3, lower down. Up, 2, 3, lower down. And of course, whatever we do to one side, we're also going to do to the opposite side. Last one. And relax. Push back into your heels. Stretch out the glutes. We have a few seconds here just to shake it out. And then when you're ready, you're going to get either on your forearms or on your hands, whatever works for you. Go ahead, and we're going to donkey kick on the opposite side. So my elbows are underneath my shoulders, or if you're on your hands are underneath your shoulders, and your knees are under your hip. Here we go. Take your time as you get into position. I'm going to reposition my knee just a little bit. There it is. If at any time you need to pause or reposition, go ahead and do so. Definitely not a race. Make the workout work for you and your body. Good job. We're going to add the cadence. This next one, here we go. Up, 2, 3, little pulse to really get those butt muscles talking. Good job. As I mentioned in the beginning, working out your glutes is great for the low back, for your knees. It's also great to engage the glutes before you work out your legs. And relax. Go ahead and sit back onto your heels. I'm going to show you what we're doing next. We're going to work the outer part of our butt into a fire hydrant. So I'm on all fours. Fire hydrants, we lift the knee away and slowly bring it down. Okay, so when you're ready, hands and knees, your wrist is under your shoulders. You're not arching, you're not rounded. Nice neutral spine. We're going to start with the right side, open and close. Take your time. And yes, you can definitely add weight. If you wanted to, you can place that weight behind your knee. Good job. Now, even though my knee is coming away from my midline or away from my body, I'm not leaning, right? I'm not trying to get it so high that I start to shift. So we don't want to shift. Nice and smooth. Now, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can bring that knee up, lengthen that leg, bring it in, lower down. Waking up what's called your glute medius, that side butt muscle, really helps with balance, stair climbing, running, all that good stuff. And relax. Pulse it up. 1, 2, 3. Lower it down. Last 1, 2, 3, and relax. You're going to sit back on your heels. Stretch out that glute. I'm going to turn around, but you do not have to move. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So we have our fire hydrants. Hands and knees, shoulders width apart. Don't ouch. Don't round. Nice. Neutral spine. You're going to open and close. Good job. So we did our donkey kicks. These are our fire hydrants, really sculpting the glutes, waking them up, working within your range. So if you're working smaller here, that is perfect, that is fine. You're still engaging that muscle, okay? So you want to challenge yourself, but you don't want to overdo it. Bring that knee up if you'd like, lengthen, bring it back and down. That's just another option. And down, good job. Up, out, in, and down. Here we're going to add the cadence. Up, 2, 3, lower down. Up, 2, 3, lower down. Finish up here. You can stretch back into that child's pose, release the glutes. I'm going to show you what's next. We have what are called over the rainbows. I'm going to start with my left leg. My leg is straight. I'm going to go onto my forearms. My leg is out to the side. I'm gonna come up and down, crossing the midline, up and over. Take your time with this one. Up and down, up and over. So at home with my little girls, we're working on tracing and writing and copying. So with your toes, pretend like you're tracing that arc of the rainbow, up and over, up and down. Coming towards the midline of your body, then going away, really sculpting, working the different muscle spindles, muscle fibers, of your glutes, a little hamstring. Good job. The movement is in your hip. The opposite leg, you're gonna feel in your glutes as well, as it's working statically, isometrically, and relax. Go ahead and push back onto your hips. Let your glutes release, and of course, we're gonna do the other side. And again, you can be on your forearms, or if it feels better on your hands, that's totally fine. So when you're ready, arms shoulder width apart, elbows under shoulder, knee under hip, extend your right leg, bring it out to the side. You're gonna bring it up, cross that midline, make that arc. All in the hip, nice and smooth and controlled. Good job. If you're on your forearms, keeping your shoulder blades elevated, right? I'm not sinking down. Same thing if you're on your hands, not allowing your chest to get closer to the floor. Good job, getting some good shoulder stabilization here as we're working the glutes, your hips, doing great. Our next one, we're gonna be on our back. We have butterfly bridges, hip extensions. Good job, and relax. Go ahead and sit back on your heels, let the glutes release. I'm gonna show you what we're doing next. You're gonna be on your back, legs together, feet together, palms up. Butterfly bridge, you're coming up, gently open the knees away, bring it in, and slowly down. When you're ready, go ahead and get started. You're coming up, open, in, and down. Hips come up, your legs and knees are together, then gently come away, bring it back in, lower it down. So you don't want to plop down at all. Nice and smooth and controlled. Toning, waking up the muscles in our glutes. Hip extension, and open it up just a little bit and lower it down. You guys are doing great. And if at any time you need to take a break, or if you need to stretch or shake it out, go ahead and do so. And then when you're ready, just hop right back into the workout. Good job. Woo-wee. Can you believe it? We're almost done with round one. We only have 2 more exercises. And again, not using any weight today, but you can definitely add the weight if you'd like. I am going to sit up. I'm going to stand up. We have a straight leg deadlift, similar to what we did in the warm-up. Straight leg deadlift. Our knees are soft. Let's just place the hands on the hips for right now. Hips and glutes go back. My back is flat. And then the movement's coming from my hip, coming on up. You want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can place your hands behind your head. Hips and glutes go back. Shoulder blades engaged. Come on up. So the movement is in the hip, in the center. Now as I stand, think about your glutes coming forward. Good job. My legs are straight, but they're not locked. My knees are not locked by any means. They're soft, which means it's just a small bend in my knee. Good job. We're almost done with these. You find the tempo that works for you. Working the glutes, some hamstrings for sure. Now in a standing position. Good job. Finish it up here with your last 2 reps. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Basic squat with your hands in front, or you can have your hands on your hips. Or another variation is if you want to use your sofa or a chair behind you to get used to getting your hips and glutes back and coming on up. So you should feel more of the weight on the heel of your foot. So loading the glutes, hold it here for just a second and come on up. I'm gonna turn so you can see. So you're gonna come down, hold for just a second, chest up, come on down, come on up, excuse me. Back down, and then up. It should feel as if you're almost gonna fall over, right? But don't let yourself. Most of the weight should be on your heels. Come on up. You find the range that works for you. If you need to keep it smaller like so, that's totally fine. We're loading the glutes now with that squat. Coming on up. If you want to challenge yourself, we're going to add a cadence. Come on, it's the last exercise of this round. 1, 2, 3. Come on up. Good job. Hold. 2, 3, and up. Nice job. I'm using my arms to kind of counter my movement and to help with balance. Up. 2, 3. Good job. One more. Down. 2, 3, and relax. Great job. That is the end of round 1. If this is where you're stopping for today, make sure you stay hydrated. Go ahead and skip to the end and do the cool down. And don't forget, like the video, comment, so we can enter you in our giveaway. If you're hanging out with me, get some water. You've been introduced to the workouts. We're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna have more fun. And when you're done, let me get my timer going. Meet me on the mat or the floor. We're gonna start with donkey kicks. Okay, so remember, you can be on your forearms or on your hands. Go ahead and get into position. And I'm gonna actually start with my left leg this time, my non-dominant side. And we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, vámonos, let's go. Working our glutes. My knee stays bent, as if my heel of my foot wants to touch the ceiling. The movement's coming from my hip. I'm breathing out, tightening my abs, keeping my spine straight. I'm not arching my back too much. I'm not letting my head hang. Okay, we're gonna add that pulse. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, lower down. A little bit of a cadence. Up, 2, 3, and down. Come on. Up, 2, 3. Take your time. 2, 3. You got this. Up, 2, 3. Keep going. And when you're ready, go ahead and sit back on your heels. Stretch the glutes. Shake it out. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, opposite leg. All right. When you're ready, either on your hands or on your forearm, go ahead and get into position. Everything about shoulder, hip width apart. Opposite leg, we're gonna donkey kick up, lower down. Let's go. Good job working the glute maximus here. Hip extension. Think about how much you sit during the day and how your hips are in the opposite direction, right? In flex position, whether you're driving, flying, traveling, sewing, reading, maybe helping your kiddos, watching TV. Good job. Okay, cadence, up, 2, 3, and lower down. 2, 3, good job. And the beauty of these workouts, if you need to pause, rewind, that is totally fine. Just don't quit. Keep going, we're almost done. Up, 2, 3, good job. 2, 3, and bring it back. Go ahead and stretch out the glutes. Breathe. We're gonna go into our fire hydrants next. So this time I'm gonna be on my hands and knees, shoulder width apart, and we're opening the leg away, or the knee away from the midline, and lower down. Here we go, open and close. So now working more the lateral muscles, our glute medius, different parts of our butt. Good job. Now the opposite leg should be talking to you as well, right? It's statically engaged so that you don't kick out your hip. It's working isometrically. Okay, we're gonna add that cadence. Up, 2, 3, lower. Lower, a couple more. Lower, last one. Now you can add that kick, so open, lengthen, bring it in and down. Woo, what a difference. Open, lengthen, in and down. Good job, guys, come on. Open, lengthen. Let's do one more, you got this. Open, this is round 2, and relax. Go ahead and sit back on your heels, stretch out the butt. Breathe, catch your breath. I'm gonna turn around, but you don't have to. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. All right, here we go. Hands and knees. Don't arch, don't round. Neutral spine, here we go. Open away from the midline, lower it down. No jerky movements. You don't have to thrust. Nice and smooth, nice and controlled. Showing some love to the outer part of your glutes, outer thigh, of course, with our fire hydrant move. Okay, we're gonna add that cadence. And here we go. Up, 2, 3. Oh, mamma mia, come on. Up, 2, 3, you got this. Too easy. Nice job. Don't worry about the speed. Don't worry about how many you get in. Now hold it here, lengthen, bring it back in and down. Just focus on how you're taking care of your body, you're strengthening your body, helping your flexibility. Last one, guys, last one. Up, kick it out, bring it in, woo, and down. And sit back on your heels. That's always harder for me on my left side, and that's okay. I'm still gonna give it some love. Okay, from here we have the around the world on our forearm. I'm gonna start with my right leg out to the side. I'm gonna move over a smidge, up and over, up and down. So this time, my leg that's working is straight. The movement is in the hip. So you find that arc that works best for you. Around the world or rainbow. More of a rainbow. We're not doing a full circle, more of a half circle. Good job. Opposite leg is talking to you as well. Low tempo, we're not jumping today, but we are sculpting, we're toning, we're strengthening the butt muscles within our range. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. Shake it out a little bit. Give the arms a break. Breathe. We're going to do the same thing. Opposite leg when you're ready. So I was on my forearms. You can also be on your hands if that's better. Leg out to the side. Coming up and over and down. Tap the toe. Up, over and down. Toe tap. Trace. Lengthen your leg as if that leg is getting longer. Moving from the hip socket, not the knees. Your knees should not be bending. The movement's coming from the hip. You're doing great. Forearms around the world. We're almost done with round 2. Can you believe it? We're gonna get on our back next with some butterfly bridges. Taking our time. Always feels so good to move and to work out. Helps our mental space, our head space, stress, energy, and relax. Go ahead and push back on your heels. Let the arms release, the hands release, child's pose position. Shake out the hips, the glutes. When you're ready, you're gonna lay on your back in a bridge position. Knees are bent, legs together, feet together, so your knees are touching, palms are up, shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath. Narrow bridge up, knees apart, butterfly, bring it back together, lower down. Here we go. You can make this more challenging with a band. Totally up to you. I'm not using any equipment today, just my own body, the weight of my legs, gravity, changing position, and finding the tempo or the speed that works for you. Good job. Up, out, in, lower down. And when you come down, think about massaging your back with the mat. Come up, out, bring it in, nice and slow down. Up quick, out, in, smooth. Good job. You guys are doing so good. Nice, and relax. Catch your breath. Bring your legs in. The last 2, we're gonna finish standing. Take your time coming up. Don't rush it. Allow your body to get acquainted with your new position where you are in space. Hands on your hips, knees soft, hips are going back, glutes are going back, and come on up. Good job. Back is flat, shoulders are down and back. Your glutes are going this way, and then your glutes are gonna press forward. Now, you're not gonna hyperextend, right? Try that again, nice and smooth. But the hips initiate the movement as you come up. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can place your hands behind your head. Engage that upper mid-back. Just a little bit more. Your toes are relaxed. You should feel more of the weight on the back of your foot when you do this. My legs are, straight, but they're not locked. So there's a soft bend in my knees. Modified straight leg deadlift, not using any weight. We started our whole routine with this as part of our warm-up. Good job. And relax. Okay, our next move is our squat. Remember, you can use your sofa or your chair. Get your hips and glutes back and come on up. So you can do a sit to stand, but control your movement as you go down and then come up quick or whatever works for you, okay? Nice and smooth. I'm gonna turn this way. Hips and glutes going back. I am leaning forward just a little bit, but I'm not bowing forward, right? Nice and smooth. So now we're putting it all together. Yes, we're getting our legs, but since we're keeping our heels on the floor and our weight is going back, we're really engaging our glutes. Sitting on your sofa, your chair, your office chair, your desk chair should never be the same. You want to have good form. Let your muscles do the work, not your joints, right? You don't want to plop down. Now we're going to add that cadence. Here we go. 1, 2, woo! And come on up. You got it. Down, 2, 3. Remember, the cadence is optional. If you don't want to do the cadence, that's totally fine. Come on up. We did donkey kicks, fire hydrants, around the world, butterflies, straight deadlifts, ending with our squat. Come on, and relax. Good job, you did it, you made it. That's the end of round 2. Don't skip the cool down. Okay, from here, nice and smooth and controlled. Just some love to our spine. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale, let your chin fall forward, followed by your neck, your shoulders. Let gravity pull you down, knees are soft. Shake it out, look at your stomach or belly button. Deep breath and exhale, roll it up. Feels so good. Ooh, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, head. Bring that right arm up. Gentle side bend to the torso, good job. Bring it away. Again, same side. Let that heart rate come down and away. Left. Bring it up and over. Good job. Take your time. We're gonna finish with our hip or piriformis stretch. You sit on your chair, your sofa. You're gonna bring your ankle over your knee, sit up tall. And maybe just by sitting here, you're already feeling that stretch in that outer hip butt thigh of the leg that is bent. From here, you can stay here, keep the back flat, or you can bring it forward if you wanna go a little bit deeper. I'm resting my right arm on my right knee, but I'm not forcing it down. My back is flat. If I round my back, you won't feel it. So you wanna hinge forward, kind of lead with your chest forward, bringing your chest forward, pushing your hips back, shoulders stay back, and just breathe. Stretching out that piriformis, that outer hip, butt, thigh, in this externally rotated position, doing so good, and come out of it. Same thing, opposite leg. Now you can see my knee's higher here. That means this side has less range of motion, but it's getting better every time, right? Sit up nice and tall. And exhale, hinge from the waist. We're moving from the waist, from the hip. And I like to put my hands here and kind of rock me forward. Shoulders stay down and back. And just breathe. This was the end of our butt workout, end of round 2. Make sure you like it, comment so we can enter you in our giveaway. You guys rocked it, you crushed it. Stay motivated, stay blessed, stay hydrated, and mwah, God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.